Hey there, how are you? I hope you're doing great. I'm dropping stuff all over the place. Y'all, I have a really fun project tonight with the club for this month, so come hang out with me for a little while. I've got some cutouts in front of me, gotta get them painted. I know it's a lot to paint, but y'all, you're gonna love this project so much. This is the club for the month, so come hang out and chat for a while, okay? All right, let's see if I can find my page. All right, here we go. So this is the rustic round that these are all sitting on. So I learned a trick today and I want to share it with you. This is an ink mat, okay, from my shop. And it has a sticky, or not a sticky, it's got like a clear thing on the front. You know the outside is where the sticker is, okay? So just put that to the side and hold on to it. And we're going to use it instead of cardboard to paint our cutouts, okay? Now, I'm going to attempt to try and keep these semi in the places where they need to be on my board. We're going to see if that works for me. Hopefully I don't mess this up because this one, hopefully I don't have trouble putting it back together. I don't think I will, but who knows what will happen to me. Honestly. Anything could happen, I swear. Okay. So I'm just sticking all of these pieces right onto my ink mat here. And trying to semi-keep light colors together. Okay. And that way I'll know what's what. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side real quick now that I have my board cleared off. And paint this first. This is the rustic round from my shop. Hi Denise, hi Stephanie, welcome. How are ya? I'm just going to use a little, one of these cheapo brush, or foam brushes. I don't even know what it's called. Just spread that on. I wanted it to be real bright pink, so we're probably gonna have to paint this twice. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone tonight with this project, and I hope that you guys love it. I think it's gonna turn out really cute, okay? Fun summer project. You can comment the word summer to get the supply list for this one, get the cutouts, or also to get the chalk products, okay? And don't forget, whenever you spend $75 on my website, you can get the color of the month, which we are going to use that tonight too, of course. And this month, you'll get the Creative Kickstart Kit for free, okay, added onto your order whenever you spend $75. So what's not to love about that? And then if you're a club member, you'll get an additional transfer completely for free, okay? Add it right onto your order. And you don't even have to put it in your cart. They'll throw it in your cart for you too, okay? All right, so I'm gonna paint this. We're gonna let it dry between layers, and then we'll come back and do one more layer. And then we'll get moving on our cutouts. So I was thinking about pre-painting some of this, and then I figured why not just go live and paint it? It's not that big of a deal. So here I am. All right, plus I would have been late if I painted it after the fact because I waited too long to get up off the couch. I made dinner tonight earlier whenever I got off work. And then me and Chris hung out, and then after my live, we're gonna watch a movie. The new Avatar movie is apparently on Disney Plus, so we're gonna watch that tonight. All right, so there's my pink board. Totally, completely out of my comfort zone. So I hope it turns out good because if not, I'm going to be sad about it. So I've got a couple of paste colors here. This is Camel. I'm going to just add a little bit of water right to that and water that down just a bit. And then we're going to paint the cones with that. Hi, Evelyn. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. So these ink mats are great because they're sticky, so they hold on to your cutouts. And did you know that you can clean them? So all you gotta do is spray a little bit of Totally Awesome spray from the dollar store, that cleaner. It's $1.25 for a bottle of it. And grab you a squeegee and just scrape off any fuzzy stuff and paste right off of it with the squeegee. Now, just be careful. Don't scrape it too much or else you might take off the sticky. But, hi Marie, how are you? It's great to have you. Thanks so much for joining me. All right, now, I'm gonna do some kind of different colors for my ice cream tonight. So one of them, I want to use this purple color, y'all. I love it. And I just love it. So we're going to do that for a couple of these. Now these other like round pieces on here are supposed to be like scoops of ice cream. So we're going to randomly paint those. So we have 3 cones here, and so we're gonna split the little scoops between these 3 different colors. Okay, so that's a pretty good first coat, and then I'm gonna just go around and I'm gonna randomly pick some of the other scoops here. Hi Elizabeth, how are you? Hi Mom. Thanks for joining me, love. How is retirement treating you, my friend? I hope you're loving it. I know you are. I imagine you are. Hanging out with your grands and your great-grands. And right in time for summer too. Oh my gosh. I'm so jelly. All right. Now I think we're good for the purple. I'm going to just set that to the side for now. And then I have this green color because even though I'm not a fan, I know that other people are, of mint chip. So we're going to do this one with mint chip on it. So just cut the end off of that. I'm going to use the lid. And I'm just now realizing I thought I had pulled out 3 colors, but I guess I'm going to have to figure out a 3rd color real quick. For my 3rd ice cream cone. Let's see, what color do I have over there? I don't think that I have a nice bright summer color, but I know that I have a nice summer color in paste. So let's see what we want to do. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one open and set it to the side. Let's see, what about, trying to pick a color that I don't already kind of have on here. I think guava might work well. So let's just pull out a little guava. Hi Sue, how are you? Hi Gwen. Okay. Just like that, right on my color tray with my stir stick. Again, you can comment, hi Shirley, you can comment summer to get the link to get all the goodies, okay? So do that while I get this sucker painted. Let's see if I can, I just love these little makeup sponges. All right, now the rest of these we're gonna paint with guava. And this one right here too. And then this one actually has chocolate that drips on it. So I have a brown paint that I pulled out for that and for my chips. My chocolate chips and my mint chip. All right. Hi Anita, how are you, love? Welcome. All right. Let's see. It's kind of hard for me to see. There's a glare. So I'm like, did I get everything? I don't know. All right. I'm going to go over my purple another time. Make sure that it's good and bright. Sadly, this purple is not that great of a coverage. When I first bought this paint, I was hoping that it would be like a nice dark purple, which it is, but it takes a couple layers. But that's okay. It's just cheapo apple barrel paint, so that's good. If I use a little bit more, it's okay. And then we have one here. All right. Hi, Evelyn. How are you? Welcome. All right. So I do think, I know the green looks okay to me, but I'm going to go over it just one more time. Because why not, right? Okay. So, any plans this summer? Any fun stuff to do? So we have just one, well, in a couple of weeks, I'm actually going to meet up with some of my chalk friends for ChalkCon, the annual convention for chalk. And then later this summer, in like end of August, me and my family, my parents and all my aunts and uncles, and Chris and hopefully his mom are going to Alabama to Gulf Shores. Aren't they pretty? It's gonna look so good. I think. I hope. Excuse me. I know, right? I had ice cream after dinner tonight. I made fajitas. I don't know. Oh, here it is. I'm like, what did I do? I know I had a makeup sponge for my guava, but where did I put it? I found it. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so we're going to Gulf Shores in a couple of months. It'll be here before we know it, actually. To just hang out for a couple of days over Labor Day. So it'll be fun. But we don't really have any other major plans. Chris doesn't get a ton of vacation, so we kind of save his up so that we can make sure that we can go on the annual trip for chalk. Because I end up usually earning it. So that's a free trip for us. All right. I somehow have green paint all over my hands somehow. I don't know what happened to me. But these things happen, you know? All right, so I do have a little leaf right here. So let me see. Y'all, my mom organized my paste drawer here. And it's pretty amazing. She did it all by color, which I didn't have my stuff organized by color for some reason. But I don't know why. So I love that she did that. All right, I'm just using a little bit of Meadow, and this paint is, this paste is really dry, but we're gonna make do. And a little brush Gosh, it is so dry. I need to probably just squirt some water in there and just use this one as paint, but that's okay. I'll make it work. Give that leaf a little texture, I guess. Okay, there we go. Now, let me see. I need one more brush for my cherry right here. And then I need to do my chocolate sauce. And I think then we'll be good to go. So, let's see if I can find one little brush. How you doing, Melissa? Tell me about your summer plans if you have any. Any at all. I have a couple friends that are planning on going to Disney. I have another friend that his daughter is like a actress, I guess, or she's on some kind of dance team or something. I'm not really sure exactly. But she goes all over the world. And so he's been to Korea with her a couple of times recently. So they're going to be probably doing that all summer long, which is just awesome to me. His kid is more well-traveled than I probably will ever be, but that's okay. Okay, let's see. I need one more decent brush, y'all. I guess I can use one of these. These are good brushes. I don't have a lot of chalk brushes. I mean, I have like probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 of them, but I probably need to stock up on more of those. Because I have all those cheapo Walmart ones that I hate. And I need to just throw them away. I don't know why I haven't yet. I don't know, I'm a hoarder. I can't help it. Okay, so this is just brown paint for my chocolate sauce. And I don't know what's up with that paint, but it smells funky. That brown is like, oh boy, that's not good. Okay. And then I need a small brush that I can use. I think I always got kind of long bristles. Ooh, this one will work great. This is my Dollar Tree brush that I absolutely love for little details like this. I gotta pick this up. It's too far away for me to be able to see it. All right. Y'all, my eyes are getting old. I have got to go get some glasses, I think. So I was traveling earlier this week, as y'all know, for work. And I'm using my laptop in this conference room. And the software that I use, like, was kind of changing the font size on the screen. And it was making the font so tiny. I had to increase it so much, right? So then whenever I got home, and this morning I hooked my computer back up to my monitors, I had blown up that font so huge. It still wasn't that big on my tiny little laptop screen, but it was gigantic on the monitors this morning. And I'm just like, okay, I guess I need to just break down. And I've gotten to where, like, I just enlarge everything, like, on my phone screen. I'm constantly zooming in. I used to have my text messages, like, the font was always really tiny. No more. It's not, like, enormous font, but I'm getting there. Okay. Because my eyes cannot be bothered. Look how cute my little chocolate spots are. Let me just be sure that I have everything done here, and I think I do. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, first of all, I got a little mess going on here. let's clean this up before we continue to spread that. Okay, so I'm going to pull these off of here in just a second. Let me just real quick. Do one more layer on my little cones here. And we still need to paint the club cutouts, okay? Again, you can comment the word summer to get the supplies to make this. Yeah, so it was storming here all day, which was fine. Luckily, I wasn't traveling in it. I was supposed to come home early this morning, but my meetings ended early, and so I decided last night to just change my flight and leave early. Like yesterday afternoon, I decided. Which I'm glad that I did. I ended up getting stuck on the runway, though, in New Orleans for a little while, about an hour. We had about an hour delay, which is why I didn't do my live last night, because I didn't get home until after 9 o'clock. So, anywho, it was storming real bad here, and I did not realize that I did not close the back door all day, okay? And so little Dozer boy, he's the joy of my life, y'all, but he's a crazy person. Decided that it was going to be a good idea to be out in the rain all day. So that's what Dozer did all day. He was outside in the storm, just having a grand old time. Living it up. That's his best life there, telling you what. So, yeah, whenever I got off work, he came inside and he was wet. And I'm like, what is happening right now? And then I'm like, oh no, I just realized, I put it all together. So remember this. We're going to paint this one more time, okay? I don't really want to stick that to that because it's just going to stick to it. It doesn't need to be stuck to that. So yeah, he was soaking wet, and so I'm like, oh no, I forgot to close the back door, because usually, like, during the day, I don't mind leaving it open for him, because then he won't bother me to go out, because usually he goes out in the morning first thing, and then about an hour and a half later, he needs to go out again, and a lot of the time, I'll be on calls, and so I can't just get up and go let him out, because and we have a dog door anyway, so he can let himself in and out. So he was out in the rain, little turkey. And so I'm like, oh no. So I go and I close the back door, okay? Or I thought I did anyway. And I go back to work. I'm working, like a good girl. And then he comes back in and he's wet again. And I'm like, what the heck? Because I know I closed that door. I did. No, I did not. Okay, I did most of the way, but it was not completely closed. And he's a smart little boy. Opened it back up for himself and let himself back out and back in the couple of hours that it had been since I had originally closed it and made him come inside. So, y'all, bless his little heart. He is really sweet. And he just loves getting dried off with a towel. He just wants to play. He thinks that you're playing with him. But yeah, and then earlier, before I did my live, he was acting like he needed to go out again, which it's just because he's sitting there watching the squirrels just freely living in our yard. That's the only reason that he demands to go out constantly. And so I tell him, we're not going to just go run in the dirt, in the mud, okay? We're going to go outside and we're going to use the bathroom and we're going to come back in like a gentleman. Huh. That is hilarious, is it not? Hi, Brownie, how are ya? Because that's not what we did. He immediately took off, running like a madman through the yard and throwing water all over himself just by, he runs. Whenever he runs, he run, zoomies, okay? All through the yard. And I'm not talking just one time. No, I'm talking about through all the trees because we have quite a bit of yard. Okay, y'all, this pink is so far out of my comfort zone. I am loving it, okay? So this is an ink mat, okay, from my shop. I'm using it to paint on because I found out today that it's a great way to paint cutouts or whatever else, okay? This is the new color of the month, Midnight. I'm just mixing it with a little bit of water here in my color tray. You can comment the word summer to get the link to get all the stuff to make this yourself, okay? Anywho, running around like a crazy person. I'm telling you what, he did not stop running. Luckily, I had put his collar on him that has a beeper on it. And we don't have to shock him or anything like that. We rarely even have to buzz him because he's a good boy. He responds to the beep very well. If he gets beeped, he comes in. And so I let him go. I told him, please use the restroom, sir. And he did. And so then I beeped him and told him, come on, let's go in. And he comes right in. He's such a good dog. But yeah, zoomies all over the place. Again, covered in water. And I didn't realize it was still sprinkling a little. So right before my live, I had to dry him off again. Which I just have a towel that I just keep in the washing machine. Like in the empty washer. For that purpose, whenever it's stormy. Just to keep him dried off. Because if not, he'll just be jumping on all the furniture and acting like a madman. But he's pretty good. But yeah, he did absolutely let himself back out through the little bit of door that I guess I left open earlier. And just comes back in just with the biggest smile on his face. Like, I love it whenever he's always really happy, but like you can see he's smiling whenever he knows he's just gone running through the mud. Hi, Alma, how are you? Yeah, he probably does need a partner in crime, but I would like for him to grow up a little bit more before we get him a brother or sister, because like whenever Chris's sister and her husband bring their dog over, he's still too wound up around, like he does not relax, which he might eventually, you know, like once another dog is here permanently or whatever. But he is so wound up. Yeah, very proud of himself indeed, Anita. Just like, I'm wet. I'm happy. It's all good. No, I love this color, Midnight. If you haven't gotten it yet, the way to get it is to go shop on my website. You can comment the word summer and get the link to buy the stuff that I'm using tonight, including get it yourself an ink mat. And I also included the quick dry tool on there, but I put the color of the month in there as well. So you can use that link. And whenever you use that link, you will get the free Creative Kickstart bundle. And if you're a club member, you will also get that free transfer that comes with it. Now, I'm going to take this ink mat. Okay, it's nice and sticky still. It's perfect shape. And I'm going to take my clear thing that goes over the top. And I'm going to just stick that right back on. Now, this sticker is on the outside, okay? It's very important that you put the correct side down, okay? Because it could mess up the sticky on your ink mat if you don't put it down correctly, okay? And there's that. And now this is what I'll use. Yay, Anita! I'm so glad that it's shipped. It's exciting. All right. So I'll just put that over here and I'll use it instead of using my million sheets of cardboard and all the tape in the world. Now I want to let this finish drying a little bit. I just noticed that my little chocolate spots here are still a little bit wet. So just going to dry that a little bit and then we're going to wax the surface, wax our cutouts. Okay. use our little wax applicator. Just a tiny bit of wax. You don't need a lot, okay? And I mean, really, on this one, you could maybe go without wax. I do like to wax my cutouts though, just in case. Okay, I don't want to be tearing up my transfer or ripping the paint off of the cutout is the main thing, okay? All right, so this is the club for the month. Summertime and the Living is Easy. We're going to use the bottom half of it. And I'm not going to fuzz it or anything. I'm just going to go for it. No. I am going to use my fuzzing cloth. I have my light over there, but just use this to have a little bit of a lighter background so I can see. Okay. All right, there we go. Stick that down really well. We're going to use teal tonight, okay? I think it's going to look awesome with the midnight. And it'll be a nice summery touch to this project. All right, here we go. This is June's club transfer, okay? There's my summertime. Look how pretty that is. And then we're gonna do the rest of this. It says, and the living is easy, which is so true. Everybody's having a little chill time during the summer. Hope you guys are going to get to take off some time from work and go out and enjoy your life. Take the kids on vacation. Get out of the house. Go to the pool. Do whatever you got to do. Yeah. I know I've seen it. I can't. Right off the top of my head, I cannot picture it though. I'll have to look. I'll send you a message, Anita. But yeah, I do know what it is. And if you're a designer, I don't know if y'all know this, as a designer, you actually get the next month's club transfer in your order on the first of the month. So like in June, when I placed my first order, my club transfer got shipped with it. Which is cool, because then you get it early as a designer. It's really neat. So there's some new things that are coming. So if you've thought about becoming a designer, first of all, this month you get the Creative Kickstart in your designer kit, and the kit's only $59 this month. Yeah, I can send you a message. I know, isn't it pretty? I'm liking this. I think I'm going to be using this midnight color a lot, so I hope y'all don't hate it because I love it. Look how good that looks. Okay, so I'm going to try and trade this out and attempt to not get paste all over myself or paint, because this paint on this pink thing is still wet. So let's see if I can just shuffle this stuff around here. And I've got paint trays all over the place at the edge of my desk, so that's kind of scary too. In fact, let's see if I can. End up with paint all over my boobs. I'm a mess, I tell you. Okay. Now I'm going to make sure that this is really, really good and dry. Again, you can comment the word summer and get the link to get all the stuff to make this yourself. Okay, I think this is going to be a good project. A little bit different from my norm, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it's good to get away from your comfort zone. And you never know what doors that might open up. I know I've kind of switched it up a little bit, doing a little bit of more of a floral type of decor. Like in my new house, a lot of my stuff is floral, y'all. And I never in a million years would have imagined that that's what I would be doing in my home, but here we are. All right, so I'm gonna just take all of these pieces and start piecing them together. Now, if you look, this piece right here, okay, it's got like an angled bottom down here. It goes along the edge. Now, if you buy this cutout, I did post a picture of it in my cutout group, and of course I will post a finished photo of this project for you in my VIP group so that you can see what it turns out looking like. And then that way, that will help you whenever you go to put yours together, okay? Because I know it is not the easiest, and as I'm saying that, I'm like struggling right now. So let's see if we can figure this thing out together. No. Okay, I'm getting there. Oh yeah, and this one I forgot. Okay, I'm with it. I just had to get my bearings back. Okay, this one kind of goes, let me see, I swear. Oh wait, you know what? Look. Sometimes I know what I'm doing. Other times I just pretend to know. Okay. I had this thing fully put together earlier, so we're gonna figure it out together. Hi Tammy, how are ya? Welcome. Let's see if I can pull up the picture of it. My goodness. Okay, so let's see. Sorry guys. I thought I had it all figured out, and then I went and mixed up the pieces, and now I'm all messed up. Okay, now I see what I'm doing wrong. Okay, this one goes down here with the little dilly down there. And then this one goes a little bit farther up with the one with the cutout in it, because that one goes right there with this bad boy. And you can kind of turn it because this has kind of a curved edge on it. This other ice cream cone does. Okay, so you want to just line it up with the circle edge, okay? And then this one goes right there, and that goes there like that. We're getting it. See, I know what I'm doing sometimes. Okay. And then I'm gonna just put my words in here, and I'm gonna kind of fit these in, and then I'm gonna fit my pieces around it. Oops. And I wanna get everything sat out exactly the way that it's gonna be, and then I wanna remember it's gonna hang from the hole up there, so I wanna make sure the words are straight too, okay? And then all of these kind of snap together, so they fit nicely together, so that's good. And then we can just put our little dots of ice cream all around. And there's a little leaf for your cherry right here. Okay, just like that. And I think that's perfect. Okay, I have my glue gun ready to go. Let me see. All right, now I'm gonna just go to town here, okay? So make sure that before you start gluing that you put all your pieces down and know where they all go, okay? Tip number 1 from a girl that has no idea what she's doing half the time, okay? All right, and again, you can comment the word summer to get all the stuff to make this yourself. And then of course you can use the photo of my finished project or of the blank cutouts to help guide you on where the pieces go, okay? When you put it all together. And I'm loving these bright colors. As you know, I don't usually make really loud stuff, but I think this one's really fun. All right. Just like that. I got all those glued down. And depending on where you're hanging this, you might want to use a different kind of glue, like super glue, E6000. I did order some of that craft glue in the brown jar. It's called like Eileen's Crazy Glue or something like that, because I've heard that that is really good for cutouts. So we're gonna give that a go and see how well I like it. I will, of course, I'll let y'all know. I ordered it on Amazon earlier. It should be here tomorrow, hopefully. And that way I can try it. But I have a couple of friends that swear by that stuff, so I guess it works. All right, let's just make sure all this is lined up before we glue her down. Slide that right in there, just like so. Okay. And I love that this one, it was meant for a round, so it fits just perfect along the edges of the round and everything. And then, oops, I have a little something special that I want to add to this one. I have some little paint pens, and I always see people like doing little stuff with paint pens, so I'm going to try that tonight. See how it goes. Alright. All right, I think that's all my pieces. Look how cute that is, y'all. It turned out so good. All right, so I do want to do one little thing before we put a hanger on it. So this is just a little paint pen. So, of course, I haven't done anything with it. So let me just close this. I just realized this paint is open, but I'm gonna just get a, isn't it so cute? this is just a color tray. Okay. Hopefully this pen's gonna pop out some paint. If not, I have... Oh, here it goes. Okay, perfect. So I just kind of drew on that a little bit. You just push it down like that until paint comes out, okay? And then you can just write with them or do whatever with them. But I'm gonna just add a little bit of something. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to do this at. So, you can even do like dots or whatever. Oh. That's stinking cute, y'all. So that, it just adds a little bit of, I don't know, something. It's super cute though, right? I know it does, right? Makes me hungry for more ice cream. All right, so again, just some thick jute. My favorite to hang these with. I'm gonna just go through here. I'm gonna actually, that pen's pretty well dry. I'm gonna just tie a double knot back here. Isn't it so cute, Alma? Oh, this is too long. That's way too long. I did it too long. Okay, now, comment the word summer. Thanks, Shirley. Glad you like this. Oops. And remember, if you go use my link and check out on my website with it, on the Chalk website, you'll get the Creative Kickstart bundle for free with your purchase, okay? Plus, there's a whole extra transfer that comes too, okay? And of course, if you're not already my club member, you can comment the word club anytime and get the link to sign up to join my club. Come hang out with us all the time, get special deals from me, and qualify for specials from Chalk, okay? But you do not have to be my club member to enjoy those specials on my website or to buy this bundle, okay? All right, so I'm just filling that up with glue so that it sticks really well and holds my little knot. Y'all, look how stinking cute this turned out. Seriously, I am pretty impressed with myself. I was not sure exactly how much I was going to love this, but I really, really do. So I hope you love it too. And I hope you guys have a great night. Tomorrow is Friday. Yay! So come hang out with me tomorrow night. I will see you then. See ya.